smelly fade of Dwemer. Too smelly fade of Saarthal. I Örkenschau, I teart verdauwelts. Goeart is, je ointje gedeerd. Goeart en dauwisch, maar sanj eert. Eert mistel schilftisch. Goeart en dauwisch, horanchert eert.
No, which is fine with me. A pity. You have any idea how much fangs would be worth? Or even better...
Well, hello and welcome. My name is Joe and I am the Panicked Monk. And you're watching Lost in Time, a Dwemer's tale.
I can't. No, I don't think I have any interest in that sort of thing.
Well, Szenac has woken up from a rather disturbing dream. Vision, perhaps. We don't know it. We don't quite know as of yet, but it's a dream of sorts. We'll just go with that and leave it there. So he heard some voices and is trying to figure out where they're coming from. And this must be where they came
I'll
from.
give you a bit of advice.
Let's,
You want to work on something that's not officially allowed? Don't tell anyone you're doing it. You need something you're not officially supposed to have? You come see me. You tell anyone that I told you, and I'll fry you from the inside out. Got it? Huh? Good.
all right, well, sure.
Even there are
Let's
some
talk to him a little more.
experiments the college frowns on, if they're aware of them, of course.
Such as what?
Purposely killing your fellow college members is a bad idea. I'd advise against it.
Yeah, I guess that makes
Theft
sense.
and assault can get you into trouble as well.
Okay, I can
As
follow
for
that.
research, well, a sufficient explanation will cover almost anything. If you're going to need live test subjects for your experiments, it's easier to do that off of college grounds.
It's a bit grisly. Or macabre.
All right, then.
Okay, let's see. Who are you?
I'm working on some very important research, I assure you. The exact
Sure you
nature
are.
of my research is a secret, I'm afraid, but it really is quite valuable.
Is there any college business I can assist with?
You mean the official sort of business? Well, no.
Well,
No, not
yeah, I guess I would mean the official sort. I don't know of any others at the moment. So, okay, well, that's fine. Let's look around a little bit. We are in somewhere new, and I think it's all worth a little exploration.
I was asked to collect green spore samples for Will and Dryad, but the letter clearly says green moat. I wonder what...
Clearly says it. Clearly. Book of the Daedra. Not right now. Remember, we are looking for things that deal with Falmer and the Dwemer. Histories of them, if we can find them, you know, in particular. But what else are we looking for? Maybe something on the Assassin's Guild, but that's certainly not a priority. Falmer, Dwemer, history, all that good stuff. So, why we're here, and we just woke up from our slumber after a long trip from Whiterun to Winterhold. Let's get a quick bite to eat. And wine in the morning? Why not, right? Oh, it was there and I had to take it. Spell tome. Casts vengeful spirit that homes in on the target and explodes for 50 points of magic damage to undead. Sure, why not? I don't know how often we'll use it. It's really not. Doesn't seem like something that's in our forte. Remember, he's more of a conjuration, maybe some illusion. But we're here at the college to learn what we can, I guess, too. So if we pick up a few other things, maybe destruction or alteration would probably be super useful. I could also see some alteration, honestly. Folding that and working that into the metal. What goes on up here, do you suppose? I can't imagine doing anything up here unless I really had to. Man, this would be cold. Nothing to stop the wind. There's the courtyard. Very nice. Pretty cloudy and overcast this morning. Alright, well, it's getting chilly. Let's get out of the cold. I hope everyone is doing well. Welcome back, and thank you for coming back. And welcome to the story if you are new to it. I know it's been a little while, but, you know, kind of, I guess, they come out when they come out, I guess. So, what has been going on? I guess with me, just kind of business as usual. Nothing real exciting. Work, family, that sort of thing. Keeping busy enough that it's been difficult to keep up with. Oh. What in the... Seems we have a little bit of our aftermath from our dream? Nightmare? I guess depends on how you want to look at it. Probably a nightmare at this point. Usually you don't wake up in cold sweats from a dream, right? That was really weird. So, Szenac's a little uncomfortable at the moment. Hearing voices, having vivid dreams of a voice that he thinks he recognizes, but he can't quite place it. Alright, let's get out of there. We came here to find the Arcanaeum. We came here to do research. To learn about what's gone on since we were last aware of everything. So again, that means looking up all sorts of good stuff. Let's check out this and see if we can find the Arcanaeum. Oh, I think we found it. Looks promising, at least. What's in here? Anything? Dance of Fire, Gentleman's Guide to Whiterun. I think we actually read that. The Rising Threat, Volume 3, and Uncommon Taste. Nothing super interesting in there. At least not for our current purposes.
You've been spending a fair bit of time with Sergius lately, I see. What? Why the audacity? How dare you imply such a thing?
Calm down. Why are you overreacting? I was going to ask if the two of you are collaborating on research.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, yes. We have been working on something together.
This is
I
why
bet they
only
have.
make social.
Implications.
I don't want to see you treating any of these books poorly. Are we clear?
All right.
You are now in the Arcanaeum, of which I am in charge. It
Ah,
might as well
here's
be
the
my own
librarian.
little plane
Excellent.
of oblivion. Disrupt my Arcanaeum, and I will have you torn apart by angry Atronachs. Now, do you require assistance?
As a matter of fact, I do. Szenac going to be inquiring about, these things that we've talked about and mentioned just recently,
A
so
mage is only as good as what he knows. I try to make
let's
sure as much knowledge is
find out as
available
much as we
possible.
can, and
We've been keeping this collection
maybe
since
a
the
little
Second
small
Era.
talk, although
Books have come and gone
neither
during that
Urag
time,
nor
but it's
Szenac are
mostly
probably
intact.
real big on small talk. But there's always a few tidbits of info to be had by just striking up conversation. Oh, let's ask about the orc strongholds. We've run into one of
The
those up
strongholds
by
keep to themselves.
Arcanaeum, so
Skyrim hasn't always been kind to the orcs. For an outsider like you to be accepted, an orc would have to make you blood kin and send word to the chiefs.
I don't know if we're really interested in that at the moment, but good to know.
It's just the professors come in here and scatter the books without any concern for the person who
Of course I do. If I didn't, most of these books would have been burned to ashes or dissolved to nothing before the Third Era. Mages need to be reminded to be careful around research materials.
Well, we do appreciate a
Until
meticulous
next time.
personality, so... Alright, well,
I don't want
I
to
think
see any of
Urag
this
and I will get along just fine.
clear.
Seem to have a similar understanding. So Urag had mentioned that he has got a couple books on the Falmer that he's recently just worked on, so he's pointed them out, and these are the books here. Here we have one written in Falmer. Szenac cannot read Falmer. He does recognize it, however. This is a small book, a journal, looks like, written by a Falmer, and he knows the language of the slaves, so he can recognize the script, but he doesn't know how to read it. So this would have been one of the books that Urag was just talking to him about. And we're kind of role-playing this little bit here, so. The Banished One. Translation by Urag Groshub. Found among the clutter of a merchant's caravan, the following is a translation of the original written work. The original journal is a small, unassuming book that bears one of personal use. It is written in the ancient Falmer language and offers a warning of someone referred to only as the Banished One. Only the number 1 could be deciphered, so the exact age of the journal could not be determined. The original work can be found in the Arcanaeum of the Mages College at Winterhold. Morethic Era something 1. His name shall not be spoken, nor written, and thus shall it be lost to the ages. For mention of it may pique his ambition and malice, should he still exist. Let him be known as nothing more than the Banished One. May this text serve as a warning. Lost to ambition, lost to the shadows, obsessed with the orb, he came to us in the guise of an acolyte seeking enlightenment. But we were not fooled, my brother and I. We denied him the ewer and sent him away. Angry, he refused to leave and instead demanded to know why he could not enter. Come back. Come back when your heart is pure and your mind open. For if you should enter now, the darkness in your heart will destroy you. These were the words we spoke to him. He was incensed, and thus took the ewer from my brother's grasp and ran to the way shrine. As he entered the shrine, A great shadow burst forth, and in an instant he was gone. To this day I cannot say what happened, but I tell you with complete certainty, he did not enter the veil. My brother is convinced that he was destroyed. I am not. Be warned, reader. Enter not the veil bearing evil in your heart. While Auriel is capable of great compassion, he does not suffer fools. Werther. Okay, well, we will borrow that, as he said that we could.
Has Ferolda been in recently? Borrowed any books that you can recall?
Enter not the veil.
Did she perhaps mention any
Well, we're aware of
dangerous
Auriel,
research
of
she
course.
might be working on? Anything that could get her in trouble?
I'm here to help you
But
with
we're
books.
not sure what the
That's all.
veil is referring to, and we're not
Yes,
positive
of
what
course.
way shrines
No,
might
I
be,
don't
so
need anything.
these are a couple more, I guess, questions to add to the list, but
I think the college is due for a change.
we
in
do have a name,
leadership.
and we do have something that goes way back to the Merethic era, which is well beyond, or well before even our time, so I guess it's nice to know that you're not the oldest thing here.
Hundreds of years have gone into assembling this collection. It's going to stay pristine, understand?
Understood.
If you're working on any experiments, please clean up after yourself.
I always clean up after myself.
The professors scatter all these books, and yet I'm the one they blame if they aren't back on the shelves.
What else do we have here? Lost Legends of Skyrim. That might be worth a read.
Yes?
Alright, so
I wish Master
Urag
Jarvis would
has
make
given
his
us
books
several
before returning
tomes
them.
that we can study up,
Every
and
time I
has
approach
had them
him about
placed
another
over
book,
here.
It's the same story.
So we're going to sit down and have a read.
I don't want to see you treating any of
Alright,
these
let's
books
go talk to
poorly.
Urag a little bit more.
Hundreds of
and
years have gone into assembling this collection.
see
It's
what
going
else he has
stay
to say.
pristine, understand?
Do you have any special books
As a
in
matter
your
of fact,
that you're
there
looking
are.
for?
Have you ever heard of Shalador? Immensely powerful mage, back in the First Era. Had an understanding of magic few have ever matched. He holed himself up in Labyrinthian, and devoted all his time to research and study, but more than you would imagine possible. Since then, his writings have been scattered all over Skyrim, but are little use to anyone who can't translate them. I'm one of the few who can. I've heard whispers of more of his work having turned up. If you can track it down, it may prove useful to all of us.
Okay, we'll see if we can find that. What else? Let's take a look. What have you got for sale?
Please make sure your hands are clean before touching anything, all right?
I like Urag. He's so bristly. Biography of Baron Zaya, Volume 1. We'll pick that up. What else? Mists of Shaggorath. Yeah, we'll check that one out too. Daedric Princes are interesting. Oblivion. Not a ton else, I don't think. Yeah, that should do it. That'll keep us some light reading material as we go to sleep.
If you're feeling adventurous, I'm always looking for someone to procure.
Keep one next to the privy.
More dangerous locations.
It makes it impossible to determine if a book's been checked out.
Well, all right, here. I scribbled down the last place I'd heard about.
Okay, we're gonna see if we can find some books for Urag. One, it might help us, and two, it seems like a good person to be in good standing with. So we will keep an eye out for these items that he has tasked us with finding. But first, as he has also reminded us, that Szenac is probably running a little bit late for his lessons. Urag was kind enough to point us in the right direction here, so here we are. Let's go find a spot and listen in.
Welcome, welcome. We were just beginning. Please, stay and listen. So, as I was saying, the first thing to understand is that magic is, by its very nature, volatile and dangerous. Unless you can control it, it can and will destroy you.
Sir, I think we all understand that fairly well. We wouldn't be here if we couldn't control magic.
Of course, my dear, of course. You all certainly possess some inherent natural ability. That much is not being questioned. What I'm talking about is true control, mastery of magic. It takes years, if not decades, of practice and study.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's get started.
Honestly, it takes probably more like centuries
Exactly what I'm talking about. Eagerness,
to truly understand. I think any of the elves might at least look at it that way.
Why not give us a chance to show you what we can do?
You've been quiet so far. What do you think we should do?
What would Szenac do? Szenac is practical. Yes, safety is important. However, I think, I don't know, it seems like that should be a given. So, let's learn something practical.
See, he agrees with us too. Why don't you
No, that's not what I said.
Something?
No, I said let's learn something practical, not I agree with you. Two different things.
In continuing with our theme of safety, we'll start with wards. Wards are protective spells that block magic. I'll teach you all a ward, and we'll see if you can successfully use it to block spells, all right? Would you mind helping me with the demonstration? Are you at all familiar with ward spells?
I do not know any ward spells.
I can teach you a very basic ward, one that's enough for the purposes of this lesson. Now, if you'll just stand right over there, I'll cast a spell at you, and you block it with the ward. Here we go. Over there, please, just opposite me. Wouldn't want anyone else in the way. Now, cast the ward spell and keep it up.
Alright, let's get our ward spell that we just learned. It is, where did it go? Alphabetically, lesser ward. There it is.
Hold still. Excellent work. Well, I think this is an excellent start. I'd like you all to continue practicing with wards, please. I think perhaps we're ready to begin exploring some of the various applications of magic throughout history. The college has undertaken a fascinating excavation in the ruins of Saarthal nearby. It's an excellent learning opportunity.
Now, this would certainly pique Szenac's interest. He would know of Saarthal, absolutely.
Still no word from your...
No, and I'm not expecting it.
That's that.
Really? That must be so nice.
Thalmor, so...
Your concerns are not mine. My family didn't really approve of me coming here at all.
Something uneasy and distrustful about them.
Sorry to have brought it up.
Alright, let's go get ready. Now, if we're going to be going out and about, I'm certainly not going to be wearing robes doing it. Szenac is a very firm believer in the things he engineers and the things he creates, and that means he's going to trust his armor a lot more than he is this robe. It's fine for milling about. What does this guy say? Let's go talk to him again.
If you require assistance with summoning techniques, please let me know.
Oh,
if you would,
absolutely.
Please also contain your summons to the college grounds. The locals do not need to be agitated further by Atronachs roaming their town. The
all right, understood.
is even less advisable outside the college.
Tell me a little bit
I'll teach
more.
you some of what I know, but be careful.
Alright, you know what? We're going to take some of this. I think it's money well spent. It brings us down pretty good, but at this point it makes sense that he probably would not do a lot of studying with him, so he's just going to get some basic information to help improve his techniques. He does have a chore to do, so he needs to go and get his armor and his weapons, and then try to catch up with everyone. So hopefully he's not going to fall too far behind. But I think that was a good talk with, oh gosh, was it Finial? I can't remember his name now, and I just read it. Anyway, so that was a good talk, good money spent. We will definitely be inquiring more of his knowledge in the future, since that is an area of magic that we have a penchant for. So let's grab all our stuff. We need to also find a table to disenchant some of this stuff as well. Alright. Let's put this back into the cupboard here and get on our way. Alright, cool. Okay, I think we're set. Let's head out and try to catch up with everyone. Oh, it's so dark out. Man. Hope they're not too far ahead of us. Well, there's someone. Come on. There you go. Oh, you know, this is what's her name. Is it Feralda? Is that her name? Anyway, she's the one that's kind of watching the entrance here, so... Okay, shoot. Man. Let's see, do we have our... We gotta make sure we've got our goggles on. Yeah. This is just... Seriously.
I ever complained about Riften being cold.
Man, what a dark night. So this is, yikes. This is kind of a combination of things going on. Okay, yeah, so we did have our goggles on. This is a combination of things going on. This is, our Clairlux settings and Vivid Weathers in combination with the altered contrast of the game through Imaginator. So we have a lot of things working against us in the dark, but so I'm going to apologize a little bit here for how dark it's going to look. During the time you're watching it, especially if you're on a phone. But I gotta say, this is a lot of fun to play it like this when things are just so dark and you can't see very far ahead of you. I actually was really, really, really nervous going up into this area. As you can see, I thought I heard something. Because I know what's up here. There's ice wolves, there's trolls, there's ice raids. There's a lot of bad stuff up here that can screw you up really, really fast. So we need to find our group. Oh, hey, cool. Footprints. We're gonna follow those bad boys. Oh, there's a torch. Yay! We weren't too far behind. So that was cool as all get out. Footprints, of course, is coming from a mod called Footprints, and in this case, it did us a great service by allowing us to actually track our party, even if it was just for a short distance. As soon as I ran across those footprints, and I knew they weren't far apart or far off. Uh-oh. See, this is why I didn't want to travel this by myself. I don't know what they're fighting, because of course I can't see anything. So, looks like there's a pretty good group that I'm with, so we'll let them take care of business. Oh, it's a wolf. Sounds like a wolf. Let's check it out. Alright. Yep. There it is. Good job, everyone. Well done. Alright. Follow that torch. This part of Winterhold has got to be the most miserable weather throughout the game. Now, of course, I can't see it, but I'm going to guess that because it's overcast and probably a little snowy, although it doesn't seem like anything's falling right now, that is also adding to the darkness. It just looks so inhospitable.
Who knows what we might find in here?
Okay, well, we are coming up on Saarthal, and that will bring us to the end. If I can find where I'm going. If I can ever get to the doorway to go into Saarthal, that'd be fantastic. I'll just do a little tour of this platform. Alright, here we go. So, anyway, this will bring us to the end of this episode. I want to thank you for coming back and for your patience on the length of time that has passed between these past few episodes, but slowly but surely I do get them out, so I want to say thank you for coming back and following me and my journeys with Szenac as he discovers a dead end. Oh, God, I can't believe I missed that. As he tries to ferret out his past and try to understand what's going on in this unknown future.
Who knows what we might find in here.
So, until next time, I bid you all safe journeys.
And here we all are. Shall we step inside? Good to see you. All right. Please stay close to me while we're inside. It should be safe, but it's always better to be cautious.